Warrant's been signed. We have access to all owned properties, non-business, and all vehicles.
For who?
For Mr. Mueller, one that did the
Okay.
sale. Yep. So we gotta get his ass in cuffs and go do this.
How do we do that?
We have his phone number. Literally tell him, you move a single cent, we know where you are. You might as well just come down to MRPD.
Yeah,
His friend's on the train right now,
Nick.
so Tinker can process him for the reckless evading.
Yeah, it's just it's gonna be difficult because by the time we get him, he's gonna move everything, right? So,
yeah.
What are you trying to get into? A property or a car?
Well, so what happened is we had an individual. He set up a sting on somebody who was running Yellow Page ads, and we went down there. It went south. Chief forgot to change his contact information, so whenever they went to share him their number, it came up as Captain Jack's Lane. They said, "Is this you?"
And his photograph.
And his PA even had his fucking photo on there. So they take off, we chase, and from what I understand, after conversations I just had, I'm pretty sure he flew out of the car. He did not head pop. That was earlier. So, yeah, I don't know.
If you want to look at it, there is he. It's 5086.
I'm not on duty. Fuck.
You can look offsite, clock on. I clocked on.
It's all right. I'll look at it in a little bit. I'm just curious on, do you need them there? Because like you can get into properties, right? It's the car portion of it that you
what's
might
up,
have
Kyle?
problems with. But...
Well, we don't know where he lives specific. We just know he's got properties.
Well, if you got a warrant to search his place, it should give you that information. So
that's true.
And as well as if we go there and try and go on his property, we can break the door down, but we won't be able to access his stash. He has to give us access. It's scuffed right now.
Okay. All right. Yeah, that would be a problem then. So I would say get there and then call him.
I think the only thing you can do towards is just have some units go to each of his properties, and y'all just stake that shit out for a little bit and see if y'all can catch him.
Yeah, I'm gonna run downstairs, talk to the justice down there, and see if we can get the access to the properties listed, so we can get that over with.
Oops, sorry, Haywood. You make me fucking
now
angry.
you have something to do today. All right. Do we
it.
have anything for the meeting today? Do we have anything that we need to talk about?
FTO program. That's all I got.
Yep, just normal stuff. Just going over warrants, different things like that.
Maybe bring up like when to go for tackles, when to go for tases, because I've been starting to see like an uptick of people just like
way too fast.
tasing.
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree with that. I'll talk about that as well. Okay. Anything
I
else?
just put out warrants on like half the chain gang for yesterday incident. So.
Alrighty. So warrants to go over, tackling and tasing, and then Black, you're gonna go over the FTO shit. Or I'm sorry, Green.
Yeah, Green will go over that FTO stuff. I'll just go over warrants and general processing, MDT stuff for the new people.
All right, 10-4. Let's go knock this shit out so we can get them out on the road.
Oh, did you take a look at that paperwork I sent you, Chief?
What'd you say, Black?
Did you take a look at that paperwork I sent you?
No, I have not yet. I'll take a look. Sorry, I was busy as fuck.
Ain't no way you just do.
Alright, one moment.
God, they can't get past me.
Yo, hell, thank you so much for the sub. I appreciate that. What's going on? Thank you for the Prime Gaming sub.
Pretty loud.
How we doing today? How's everybody doing? What are we up to? You guys good? Yeah, good numbers today. Not great, but good.
You trying to put that picture up there, Mac? The contact?
Oh, you want to take God?
Yeah, go and put that up there for me. Welcome in, everybody. Thank you guys all for being on duty. A couple things to go over. Number one,
hey, what's
we
up,
are
Panda?
going to be looking for a.
Notice how I ignored my question? No, I answered your question. I think you were during a you shouldn't have had a commercial, but I answered it. Yeah, I'm a part of it. I'm in
the
it.
name of Carl
I said hi.
Mueller. Okay, Carl Mueller. Mac, would you
hello?
mind putting the picture of him next to that car that you have as well as his MDT picture for the time being?
Okay, yeah, we'll do. Well, that's okay. One second.
Just for the
I'm
time
just
being,
swapping to
so
the other one. Yep.
we have something.
We're good.
His picture will be up in the MDT.
Try not
soon,
to show
okay?
it
We're
on
gonna have a
stream
warrant
too
for raided
much,
property.
Alec.
Alrighty. So make sure you guys
Got
are
my blood
looking for
taking
Carl
today.
Mueller
Ooh.
because I want to get his. I want to break this fucking door down. With that being said, it's going to be a pretty short meeting. But one thing I do want to mention is tasing and tackling. Guys, make sure we have a little bit of feel when it comes to tasing and tackling. Trust me, I want to arrest these sons of bitches just as much as y'all do.
Hey, Apple.
Got to give a little bit of grace period between each, okay? Last thing we want to do
Oh, really,
is
Nebula?
arrest somebody and shoot them 15 fucking times in a 3-second period with the taser to do so, all right? And just because you missed the tase does not mean you instantly go for a tackle, all righty? Don't be double dipping. If you miss a tase, wait for that taser to be reloaded before you instantly jump in for a tackle. Now, obviously, circumstances change that kind of stuff. If you're going into chase for 2.5 hours
I
or
did it
whatever
every
the
week for
fuck,
2
you
months.
know, the
Yep.
reasoning is,
Yeah,
make sure that the
after this,
action
I'll tell you
fits
guys
the
about
crime,
it.
okay?
Just remind me.
If you've been in a chase for 15 minutes and they get out of the car and you're instantly doing that, you're just gonna get us all shot. War between CHANG and SSK is still ongoing. They were in a fight just before tsunami, so expect it to be called to some mass casualties and to audible shots fired. The easiest way to tell if it's going to be a mass casualty or if it's just a drug trafficking call is shots out of a vehicle. Okay, you see shots out of a vehicle happening, especially 3 or 4 calls of it. Those are more or less, most of the time, are going to be group versus group, gang versus gang versus gang mass casualties. If it's just regular shots, 2 things to know is what we know of Chain Gang is that they reside at Mirror Park in the little cul-de-sac up there, and SSK resides on the street named. One moment. Roy Lowenstein Boulevard in Little Bighorn. Okay, so if you see mass shots fired on Little Bighorn, Roy Lowenstein Boulevard, or in that general area in the south side, or Mirror Park, it's probably going to be them. Okay, so let's try and designate those calls as high priority so we don't have people bleeding out on the ground and, you know, they're just sitting there dying. Okay, with that being said, Black, go ahead.
All right, one thing I want to cover with you guys again, as always, wanted statuses and warrants. If you do not know how to process those in our MDT, come and see me. I will get you up to date. I have 2 reports open right now. You'll see a wanted from myself in the MDT. So please come and see me. I will get you guys covered on that. Also, make sure the only place that we process any kind of forensics is where?
In the lab.
In the lab, that's right. We don't process forensics anywhere else. If I catch you guys doing that, that's your ass, all right? Only in the lab, all right? That goes for everybody.
Just so you guys know, Sergeant Max put this picture up. That's going to be Fred Mueller right there in the corner. As well, if you guys are going to be doing any investigations, I want you guys to know that people are going to be giving you their contacts or asking to be given your contact. If I open up my phone right now and take a look at share contact, I can see each and every single one of you. I can see that B. Johnson is a corporal in the LSPD. I can see that Johnny Walker Black is also an officer due to his picture. I can see that Lincoln Carter is also an officer due to his picture. Izzy Ramona. Guess what these 95s could see? They could see that Captain Jax Lane was an officer and not a drug dealing son of a bitch on the streets that they were selling.
Hey, what's up, John? How are you?
Bud to, and that ended up costing us the investigation. I'm showing you guys this, number 1, to show you even at the top of the totem pole we fuck up. I'm also showing it to you. If you guys are going to be doing investigations, please change your contact information and or just have your fucking name there. You don't need to put corporal or captain or whatever the fuck. You just don't need it. Okay?
Or bring a burner phone.
Or bring a burner phone. Change your picture. I don't give a fuck. You can do the
Oh, I
same thing
changed my
for
picture,
L.
sir.
I'm
Is there
not
a way to
too
turn
sure.
off airdrop?
Negative.
Damn.
But you can also do it on L as well. If you click on your picture at the top right of your phone on L, you can change your name right there. Okay, you can also change your picture as well. It should be pretty similar, I think, on your phone. Yeah, you just change, I believe, the URL on your phone. You can change the contact name. It's going to be in your settings. or click on the phone application, then top right picture. You can change it there. Okay, so just keep that in mind if you guys are going to do anything. Kareem, you got something?
Yes. Hey, listen. As we're going through, doing a lot more hiring, we still need more FTOs, people that are willing to teach these cadets the right way to do things. All right. Those that are interested, you need to be a subject matter expert on SOPs.
Oh yeah.
That's kind of
Yeah,
one of the
that
main
like Kyle,
ways to get the FTO
100%.
program.
Like
As I'm going to quiz you on SOPs, and if you miss any of them, you will not be invited in.
I need a burner
because
cell.
the
Yeah, I should get one.
FTOs teach our SOPs and not our opinion on how the SOPs can be interpreted. All right. Amelia, I need to talk to you afterwards. If anybody else got any questions on being an FTO, please let me know.
As well, we had a situation occur we don't need to really indulge into, but guys, listen, if you don't agree with something, or if you don't like an SOP or anything like that, have a conversation with us. Okay, don't bitch on the radio about it. Don't sit there and talk about it out loud. Trust me, your voice carries a lot farther than you think. Okay. So if you guys have an issue with something, or if you think an SOP is wrong or whatever, have a conversation with me or one of your lieutenants and above, and just talk to us, man. We're willing to listen to you. I ain't gonna jump down your throat for you asking any questions. But what I am gonna jump down your throat for is if I get sent some bullshit about you losing your mind on the fucking radio or giving your dumbass opinion that doesn't need to be said. Right?
Who
Have a little
did
bit of courtesy.
this?
Understand there's cadets on the radio listening to you, and the last thing I want is for a cadet to run their mouth like some of you guys have been. Okay? So with that being said, you guys are dismissed. Have a wonderful day. EMS, do you have anything for us?
No.
Okay, what'd you say, Green?
I got one more thing, Dad.
Yeah, go ahead.
Hey, for the officers that have been taking cadets out, thank you. We're kind of short on FTOs right now, so I appreciate you guys getting them out there. It's helped out a lot and helping us get them to the evaluation stage a lot faster. Please continue to do that. Also, can you guys please, I know not everyone has, but can you please make sure you're leaving notes that helps the FTOs know where we need to pick off and what we need to maybe focus on a little more with them. It helps those cadets get out of the vest a lot faster when you guys put some detailed notes in there. So please just keep up the good work on that.
And I apologize. I have one more thing. Okay, so I was brought to a situation that I'm gonna talk to the individuals afterwards. But listen, we had a situation. I see you, Amelia. I'll get you after this. We had a situation where there was a mass casualty, and a couple officers were left on scene, and their lives were spared instead of shot down. And then evidence was gathered and warrants were written for them. Now, I understand that you can do that, and there's nothing wrong with you doing that from an SOP perspective or anything like that. But again, we talk about having to feel. We talk about having, being able to read a situation or a scene and so on and so forth. By doing that, by collecting evidence, especially when your life was spared, it puts your other officers in kind of a predicament, right? I'm going to be honest. If I was a criminal and I was selling drugs or whatever, and I shot down 6 officers, and me and my 4 buddies were going to shoot down 2 more and then spared their life, and then the next day I got arrested and had to pay $8,000 in fines and go to prison for an extra 100 months because the 2 people I spared wrote me a warrant, I guarantee you I'm going to smoke every single one of you sons of bitches any chance I get. Okay? Just because we can doesn't mean we do. So please, especially in that exact circumstance, right, where your back's against the wall, they decide to give you a little bit of leniency, don't make them regret it. All righty? It's just one of those things. I'm not trying to handcuff you. I'm not trying to sit there and tell you not to do your police work, but I'm also telling you those kind of actions in that sequence have repercussions, and the repercussions for those kind of decisions is your officers getting shot at traffic stops and other bullshit.
I get what he's saying.
So,
I get what he's saying.
You know who you are. I'll talk to you after the meeting. Everyone else, you're dismissed. Have a wonderful day. I appreciate y'all.
I get what he's saying.
You don't walk, we run. Get the fuck out of here. Amelia, what's going on? I apologize for not calling on you.
Well, no, I just wanted to say that the CG and what is it, MSK?
SSK.
Fight started in SSK started in a parking garage, Boulevard Del Perro. The transfer to a red garage. It transferred to a white garage.
Got it.
It's not just their turfs that they're starting fights at.
Yeah, I was just trying to give hotspots on like.
No, I know. I just
Okay.
wanted to point out.
Sweet. Okay. Cool.
They be
If
shooting
you,
everywhere.
I like the eye patch. What happened?
We got in a shootout in a meth cookout yesterday. They shot my glass or my window, and the glass got in my eye.
Jesus. All right.
That was
Okay.
painful.
Yeah.
All right. All right. Well, thank you. Any of you guys have anything for me?
All right, just wait until I get to you in a sec, all right?
All right.
Oh,
Side
you got
shit,
something
nothing
for
too
me?
Yeah, I
important.
got one thing. I need to talk to you real quick. All right, so I put it in. I put it into our NCO chat. I just need some clarification on pitting with people in
ahead.
trunks.
Yes, you can pit people.
Okay. All right.
That's a decision that they made, not you, right? We can't. If there's stuff like that, like I saw there was a conversation had about it, and
it was
I
just.
don't agree with the answer that the commissioner gave, because there has been times I remember whenever we were chasing that truck, and I believe the commissioner, I'm almost positive the commissioner was on. This was way back when. I know that's probably what you were referring to when we stopped pitting because they kept popping out of that trunk.
Well, so like that was, and it wasn't even just that. It was like literally command even before I was a sergeant back, you know, like since the city reopened, it was like, hey, just because they're in a trunk, we still need to value their life. And if we're pitting with people in the trunks, that means we could throw them out and kill them and things like that's how it was always explained to me. And
I'll be
I was
honest
like,
with
okay.
you. I think we're at that point where a lot of things are changing.
Okay.
Especially like with how we police. And that's one of those things where an SOP, there's no SOP that said that. That was more of just like us being nice then. Now us being nice is over.
Okay.
If you want to fuck around, you find out.
That,
they
and
want to put
that's
people
fine.
back there and you chase somebody for X amount of time. They want to have a buddy in a trunk and you pit them and they fly out and die. That's on them for being a dumbass, being in a fucking trunk.
10-4. Yeah, I mean, and that's fine. I was like, hey, if things have changed since then, I just need to know so I can tell people, hey, you know, 10 minutes has passed. Send those fuckers, spin them out. Let's box them. Let's get this done with. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's all I
100%.
needed to know. Perfect. I
No,
can
you're all good, Black.
relay that. Thank you,
asking.
sir.
Yes, sir.
Hey, Mac. What's going on, partner?
Right.